All right, we are back. We are back live in the view of Mr.BB. As previously said, our guest for today is Mr.Angelo Austin of Preeminence. He's coming on to talk about his product, his line of oils, fragrances, candles, scent making for businesses, custom design scents that you may need, and how you can get in touch with him to get all that and more. And he's talking to us about that right now. Good morning, Mr. Angelo.
Hey, how you doing today?
All right, we are good. So tell us, how did you get into the business of fragrance design and perfuming?
Because you know what, honestly, I really love the way women smell. And growing up, my mother, my sisters, they always used to wear perfume a lot. So I always just felt like a woman was supposed to smell good.
Right.
And then, you know, eventually later on down the line, any woman that I would date, or even as a birthday gift or anything like that, I would always buy, you know, them perfume. And anytime I would go into Macy's or the big brand store like that, I'd be so marveled by their packaging, how they actually put it together, how the whole thing worked like that. So I wanted to do it. I sat on an idea for honestly about 6 years, almost 6 years before I started actually doing it. What I started doing is I kind of, you know, like, okay, this gonna be too much work. It's gonna be hard to do and stuff like that. And then I got to the point to where when I went in there about one of the last gifts that I was buying actually for my sister, it was Flower Bomb. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and do this time, you know. And then I went on ahead and launched the brand, and we've been around since 2014, and we've been just moving with it since.
Okay, so just 2014. So you've been doing this for a while now, over 4 years in service and with practice with this.
Yeah, and let me make a distinction with that too, and I kind of want to even kind of speak to other entrepreneurs out there with that too. But yeah, it's been 4 years, but I can say last year I really started treating it like a business. Now it's a difference between doing something almost like as a expensive hobby as opposed to doing it as a business.
Right, the difference between a business and a hustle.
Yeah, the difference between a business and a hustle. Yeah, and then you know, a hustle you just kind of spending money on. When you actually treat something like a business, you learn how to market it. You put stuff on automation. You learn how to go out and get customers. You learn who your customers are. It's a lot of stuff that you actually have to do. You actually paying attention to cash flow and stuff like that. So I can say it took me up really until last year to really start treating it like a business, you know, like to really start doing it like that. And we operate as a mobile, based like a mobile retail shop. We in and out of the state and stuff like that too, when we go to Chicago and all of that type of stuff.
Okay, wow, so you're all over the place.
Oh yeah,
really.
we not playing.
And I understand you have this online site, www.preeminentbrands.net. All right. So tell us, you said that, you know, you always liked the way women smell and wanted them to smell good. So can you tell us, like, what was the first scent that you created and made, and how did that come about?
Honestly, my first scent was the one that you got in the black box right there. It's called Orgasm. It called that one, but you know, when I actually in the process with that, I wanted to experiment with like aphrodisiac type of smells, which is like kind of like edible type of smells, like chocolate, vanilla, and stuff like that. So I wanted to experiment with that or whatever, and then I came up with that, and to this day, I came out with that in 2014, and to this day, that is our #1 seller. We sell so much that we even shipped the order off to Italy of that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So not only are you like national and you're going international. You sold your product all over the world.
Oh yeah, we trying to really put it like everywhere. We in the fragrance encyclopedia is called Fragrantica, and that kind of brings us in customers out of the country too.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So tell us a bit about your product line, the different products.
Different type of products we offer. I can't even go into the story with that. We started off with perfume. I only even wanted to do perfume, and that was my big thing right there because I just really liked it and I wanted to do that. But I had to get to the point to where I had to learn business. You know, like if McDonald's was just selling hamburger, they would have been out of business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I know I had to learn how to kind of branch out into other things that went with it. So that's when we kind of started branching out to the body lotions, the shea butter body lotions. Then we started branching out into the oils. We started branching out into the candles. We started branching out into what else? Home scents, like you know, scents for your home and stuff like that. So we basically started branching out into that type of stuff, and we got more that we're actually going to branch out into like that.
All right.
Yep. So basically, we're trying to keep everything fragrance, but later on down the line, I do see us branching out into some other stuff. But mainly, it's going to be within that still within that pocket. It's more so of a lifestyle brand. So we feel like a great scent supposed to be lifestyle. Not only do you supposed to wear it, you're supposed to have it in your home too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I have actually one of your scents at home. I love it. It's like a cherry wood type of it's a candle.
It's a candle. Is it relentless?
Huh?
Is it relentless?
Yes, it's relentless, and it's got that oaky cherry smell to it.
No, that's actually sour apple.
No. It's relentless because I know it.
No, that's the name of it. That's what's in it.
Oh, that's what's in it.
Yeah, sour apple, jasmine, lily, and amber.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are your products natural?
You said, are they natural?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a mixture. To get a good smell, you need both essential oils. That's the type of stuff you smell like outside. That's like nature. That's almost like medicinal type of smells like that. Then you need fragrance oils. That's the sweeter type of stuff like that. That has to be actually like created with different stuff like that. So you need a product. You need a mixture of both of them to make a great smell. 97 to 98% of commercial perfumes are a mixture of both of them. That's what makes a great smell. Now, if you kind of like I said, if you want something more of a medicinal smell that kind of smell like peppermint or, almost like medicine, that's what something that's just, all natural. We sell those type of stuff too. Because some people just like that type of smell, but we more so into the body type of stuff too.
Right. So you're not into like the herbal medicinal smells, but you're into
but we do that because that's the thing. I didn't even mention that. Our main thing is, even though we have these products, our main thing is custom perfume. Like we customize stuff for people. So we get people that come to us that want stuff like that, and then I will make stuff like that. Okay. So we get stuff like that or whatever. But that's the good thing about being custom is that we well diversified to where it's really nothing someone comes to us and asks for that we can't do.
Exactly. So how'd you get into custom make? I mean, I'm sure that's a big business because I've seen quite a few people do that. They get into custom making. They'll have a business party and they'll tell a lady, especially within your business, they'll tell a lady and then she'll tell a friend and then she'll tell 5 friends. So
well, like today's climate, a lot of stuff moving into custom. And honestly, that's what our company was built on. It really wasn't built on the signature sense. It was built on custom. And then we started, that was one of the things, because that kind of going to the name Preeminence. The name Preeminence, it means to be superior. It means to be the best. And to me, that's why I wanted to go that custom route, because even with something like that, when you create a piece of yourself, you feeling superior in that own right to me.
Right.
So that's why I wanted to add that custom. Well, that's why I started off with the custom brand like that to go to that. But even then, it's definitely a big market for that, and we get a lot of customers who get stuff customized and they love it.
I see. So tell us, do you have any to get some custom fence and to talk to you more? Do you have any upcoming events?
Yes, we down in the Eastern Market every Sunday. So we down there every Sunday. We down there Saturdays too also. So we down there Saturdays and Sundays. We'll be in Chicago next week at the Natural Hair Fest. Actually, in next month, we are at the Radio 1 Women's Expo event. We are also at the Natural Hair Fest. That's going to be at, both of those are at Cobo, by the way. And like I said, on top of that, we're in the Eastern Market. So we do roughly about 8 to 10 events a month. So we always out here. And it's a team of 4 of us.
Okay.
So yep, I got a team with me.
All right, and how can I said the site, but are there different ways to shop with you and get in contact with you? Yeah,
y'all find us down there. We also got the product on Amazon. We also have the product on Etsy. We also have the product on We Buy Black. That's
I follow them on social media.
Yeah,
that's We Buy Black. They always get.
And we actually probably going to do their event. They have an event in Atlanta in November. Okay. So we're probably looking to go down there to do that event because we're trying to get more out of the state now to expand our network.
Okay.
Yep, so we probably gonna be down there too. Yep, and then on top of that, like I said, the website, and then we down in the Eastern Market, and y'all can make sure y'all visit the website and y'all actually sign up to our mailing list, and we send our customers out where we're going to be at.
Right. Now, Amazon and Etsy, what do we search for?
You could just search for even something like that perfume, Floral Fixation. Okay. I mean, you could search those. Yeah. When you kind of getting on those sites, those going more so by the name of the, what you actually searching for. Right.
I just wanted to show my viewers the actual box of this.
Open the box.
And it opens like a flower blooming kind of.
Yep.
And then that's exactly what the top is. It's a
And
looks like a flower.
And all of that is custom made. That whole design of the bottle, the whole design that's on that bottle, the top and the box, that was all something that I designed. You know, as well as the fragrance, of course. But that was all something I designed. It was all the concept that just fit together like that.
How much? How this was like probably like this price?
Oh, that's about almost $70. So
$70?
$69.99. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
fair.
It's a good deal for the box.
Yeah, for the box.
Yeah, for how it's made.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a lot that go into that.
Yeah, for the box, the fragrance. Yeah, it's a lot that goes into it, and then it's a wonderful percentage. You could we're gonna get spread it to no, we're gonna give it to little Miss Kadira over here, and she's gonna
Wow. Oh, okay.
Yep, that is iris, carnation, saddlewood, and baby powder in that.
I don't even really use perfume. Okay, you gotta buy it. This is my present as a co. That's my present. Thank you.
Co-host of the show. Okay, all right. So you see, you already got a customer, and I can see how this business will. I mean, keep you up. It's like this. So.
And everything now, we trying to get we trying to get more. We trying to push these products into retail now. So we've been featured in a beauty box. They over in Canada, Woke Beauty. So we're in their beauty box or whatnot. But we're trying to get into more beauty boxes, and we're trying to eventually move it into retail.
Right.
So that orgasm, we're actually looking to market that to Lover's Lane.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I have to ask as an entrepreneur here, because so many of us are entrepreneurs part-time, and as you said, kind of just do it as a little thing that get extra cash, what we would call a hustle. Has this been able to take over your livelihood?
No, not all the way over my livelihood like that. But you know what? One thing I can say about it is profitable.
Okay.
You know, so it definitely is. Yeah. So it definitely is. And it pays for itself. And that's the key with it to me.
Right.
When it becomes like that to where it just pays for itself.
Yeah.
Yeah, where it pays for itself like that, and then can fund future things you're trying to do too.
Exactly. So then that's the hope, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
eventually it'll be able to take care of you.
You know what? See, and when you're dealing with a product like that, you need it in so many places.
Right.
Like that's the thing. You need that in over
Walmart
100,000.
Yeah.
Not even so much Walmart. That product won't be ideal for Walmart.
Right.
But you need it in multiple places, as many as possible like that. And so that's the goal, really. And really, honestly, the goal with it is not to even make it anymore. The goal is really to kind of sit back and have another company make it, outsource it to them, and then actually move it. That's when you actually move from thinking like a small business owner to an entrepreneur, because you really, that's how you want to actually move that.
Okay. All right. Well, that's Mr. Angelo Austin and his product line, Preeminence. You can get it on Amazon, Etsy, at his site, preeminentbrands.net, and his other site, I took a note here, now I can't see it, perfectperfume.com. Get it on there, and of course, social media. How do we follow you? So how do we keep up with the brand and the different things you're doing?
Instagram Perfume King, Twitter Perfume King, Snapchat Perfume King, Facebook Custom Fragrances, and is there any more that we are on that I can say? Those are the ones right there.
Yeah, those are the big three. So
yeah, those are the
major ones.
Yeah, those are the main ones. Yeah. So,
yeah, so and
everything.
Other ones, Google it.
Yeah, and then not even on that. Again, you go to the website. That's all linked back to everything else.
Okay.
Yep, that's
all
all
right.
linked back to everything else.
So that Preeminent Brands website?
Yep, the Preeminent Brands website, even the perfectperfume.com, those are both the same website. One is just easier on the ears.
Right. Right. All right, sir. Well, we thank you for coming in and speaking with us. We thank you for sitting with us till about the line. I have to buy this now, apparently. And we look forward to hearing more from you.
Thank you.
All right. When we come back, Ms. Kadir is going to give us her quote of the day.
Can I hear the quote of the day?
Yeah, I can hear all that. Right here on Live with Mr. BB. We'll be right back. We are back right here on Live in the D with Mr. BB. And I know we said, and we want to thank Mr. Angelo Austin for coming in. And we want to thank Mr. Angelo Austin for coming in and speaking with us, talking to us about his brand, his business, Preeminence. Go check it out at www.preeminencebrands.net, as well as his other website, the perfectperfume.com, and preeminentbrands.net. Go check out all the social media at Preeminence Inc., Preeminence Inc. _ on Instagram, at Perfume King on Snapchat. and he's also on WeBuyBlack.com. All right. So up next, we're going to have Kadira give. One moment. Up next, we're going to have Kadira give her quote of the day. So we're going to have that right now with Miss Kadira, her quote. How are you? I'm doing. Oh, you're doing okay. I already asked that.
We always ask again.
I always ask again. I just want to double check. You know, in the 20 minutes where we don't talk, something could have happened.
Had the wonderful interview.
Yes. So what is the quote of the day? What is the quote? What would you like to share?
Today's quote is, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Get out and get busy.
Wow. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Get out and get busy. All right. Read that to us one more time.
Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage.
Confidence and courage. Action
if you want to conquer the fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy.
All right.
And that actually kind of goes with our guest today.
Yes, he went out, he got busy, started a brand.
Now it's building.
Now it's building. Hope to get it in store soon. We hope to hear more things from him, more positive things, and we love talking about entrepreneurship here on Live in the D with Mr.BB. You know, that's one of our favorite topics, as well as health and wellness. All right, we are back. You are still Live in the D with Mr.BB, and we have a treat for you today. We have two guests. Our next guest is Ms. Francine L. Houston. Ms. Francine Houston, author of Lupus Journey, and she's here to talk to us about her book and her Lupus Journey and whatever else she wants to talk to us about right here, right now on Live in the D with Mr.BB. Good morning, Ms. Francine.
Good morning.
Good morning. So tell us a little bit about your book, Lupus Journey.
Lupus Journey. I wrote this book. I told you I got diagnosed in high school, so that's the first chapter about dealing with it in high school. My introduction talks about like how my family came about, my grandparents, my mom, how my mom and my dad met, and then I guess like I take you into how, you know, I was just a teenager going to school, and I started waking up having odd symptoms, you know, like my hair falling out of my pillow, waking up with stomach cramps, and I'm like losing weight here and there, and I'm like, okay, what is this, you know? And then I woke up, and I was supposed to go to Washington D.C. For close-up for the government stuff, and I woke up with a butterfly rash, and I was like, everybody was like, you shouldn't go to Washington. And I was like, I'm gonna still go. I didn't know what it was. I was like, I'll still go. So I went. I think it was like in April. I went, and I got sick on the plane. I had one of my cousins, Edward Talbert, with me, and he was just like, you know, he didn't know what was going on with me either. And some other friends that I went to, high school with, and they just gave me like this cream to put on my face and stuff. And they was like, you need to go back and, you know, find out what it is. And that's when I went to a dermatologist, and they said, hey, it's lupus. And I was like, what is that? And that's when I had to start doing my research and find out it was a autoimmune disease. It can attack any organ in your body. And how I just thought, like, can it go away? You know, can it like leave? And they were just like, well, you can go in remission, because it's like your body fighting against itself. So it's just like you kind of conquer self in a way. It's kind of like, yeah.
Okay. So how with you going through lupus and your journey, of course, how did you feel the need? What do you think the need was for you to write about your story and what you were going through?
I wanted to, like, when I was in college, I joined a poetry group, and we started expressing ourselves, and that was the only way for me to deal with the issue. Like, it was very stressful for me to deal with, and I started joining that. I have a sister that writes poetry as well, and I wrote my first poem, "Funny How Things Change," and that's after a while I read it to my mother and stuff, and she was like, you should write a book about this. And I was like, what? I was only like 18 or 19. She was like, this could help somebody else. And I didn't really think what I went through could help somebody else. But I started writing on it. It took a while. It took me some years because it's like the poetry came first. So I just started writing poems after poems. And then, eventually somebody came up to me and they said they wanted funny how things changed to be turned into an actual book. And that's when I realized I'm like, I'm a poet. I don't write books. So I had to really start looking at how to write a book because that's not what I did,
Right.
So it started coming about, like it started piecing together, like, okay, make it like chronological, not like a timeline, but tell parts of your family story. I started telling about like my journey, like what I went through, like how I felt about certain things and stuff. So it's more like it's really personal.
Okay. So it's a personal story.
Yeah.
And you got into it after being a poet and writing poems for so long. So what was your hope that others will get out of it? As you say, your mom said others need to hear about it and you need to tell your story. What is the hope that you help?
Well, I was talking to someone yesterday that was dealing with lupus, and she told me I was very strong, and I never looked at myself like, what? I never had that compliment, but it made her know that she can keep on going. Like, I talk to people a lot that deal with not just lupus, but autoimmune diseases. And I wanted this book to like inspire and encourage people, because after a while I talked to some people have been dying from it. Like, they get diagnosed and then they don't know what to do, and then it'd be like 2 or 3 years later they gone. And I'm like, I didn't want that to happen to anybody else. I'm like, maybe this book could inform them. It'd be more informational as well.
Right. So how? And you said, and it's unfortunate people actually pass away from this disease, but what are some common misconceptions of lupus?
It mimics other diseases, so you wouldn't think it's lupus. Like, some people get misdiagnosed. Like, my sister was in the hospital and they thought she had lupus, so they started making her take prednisone, and she was like, I don't have lupus, it's not it. So it can be misdiagnosed. Or like, for years I had this lady, this Puerto Rican lady, she did my nails a couple of years ago, and she was like, for years I did not know what was wrong with me. And she was like, I was in Mexico, and she said when she got to the States, somehow they found out it was lupus. So for all these years, she'd been taking all these different medicines, and she didn't know what was wrong with her. So the misconception is it mimic other diseases. So you would think you have something else, but it actually could be lupus.
I see. So mixed diagnosis is one of the most common ways that affects misconceptions about it.
Yeah.
So how have you yourself not only embraced your ailment, of course, with the writing the book, but other ways that you've embraced and even overcome it?
I embraced it because I had to accept this was something that I was gonna have to deal with. I mean, I try to make sure I can conquer it. Like, I don't let it just like take me over. Like, I can't get out of bed, I can't do anything because I'm sick, you know what I'm saying? So I try to be like, I'm going past this. I'm not letting this get to me. This may be something I'm going through right now, but I'm not letting it like take over my life.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's the thing to do. So tell us, how can we purchase the book?
Oh, you can go to FrancineHouston.com, or you can go on Amazon and you can purchase it there.
All right. And how can we keep in touch and keep up with you yourself?
Oh, well, I'm on Facebook as Francine Lakeisha Houston. I got an Instagram. My Instagram is my clothing line, FH Designs, but I sometimes post stuff on there about lupus. And I have an email address at FrancineHouston.com.
All right.
Yeah, so those are some ways you can keep in touch.
So on top of the book, you also have a clothing line?
Yeah.
So tell us a bit about that, if you don't mind.
Oh, well, I started that like in 2012. I don't know. I was trying to. It started in the oddest way. I was interning for E. Rollins Group, and I was just trying to be a graphic designer. I wasn't trying to be in the spotlight. Somehow somebody told her that I did clothes, and she was like, "Yeah, we should work on your clothing line too." And I'm like, "That's not what I didn't come here for that." Like, I was running. Like, no, this is not. And she was like, "Yeah, you should call it Francine Houston Designs." And I was like, "Let's make it FH." I was kind of trying to be distinct about it, but it ended up. I started out being business casual.
Okay.
So, cause it's like what I was doing. Sometimes I always had to wear business clothes doing
Right.
that stuff. And I was just like, okay, well, I'll make clothes to go with what I'm doing. So it started off being business casual. I mean, I started doing like t-shirts and casual wear eventually, but that's how it started. I mean, now I'm branching off, and like if I collaborate with other people, like someone wants me to. Our theme is urban streetwear, so now I gotta branch from business casual to urban streetwear now.
Which is like hoodies and jackets and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay, so tell us
Yeah.
what's the name of your site?
Oh,
We can pick.
that one is
book-
Francine. No, the FH Designs is f.hdesigns.com. Well,
F.H
yeah, it's a
designs.com.
dash between the f-h designs.com.
f-hdesigns.com. And that's
Yeah.
how we can get some of your clothing lines. And
Yeah.
then for the book, the website is
FrancineHouston.com.
FrancineHouston.com.
Yeah.
Sweet. So you have a lot going on. And let's kind of double back and maybe we'll talk more about the clothing line. What are some invaluable resources that you found for dealing with lupus?
Resources. I'm part of Lupus Detroit with Sharon Harris, and every now and then I go to support group and I talk to people.
Okay.
After the book came out, I started talking to other people, and they start having banquets about it. And I've been, trying to. I do a lot of collaborations too,
Okay.
but I just try to start talking to people, started being more in the community, and try to be more involved with Lupus. Well, now I really need to be involved with Lupus Detroit. Yeah.
Okay. Do you have, as with the clothing line, the book, Lupus Detroit, and anything else you want to share? Do you have any upcoming events?
Oh, July the 14th, I am doing a show with Kayla Wilburn. She does Fashion Against Violence. It's called Fashion Frenzy. And I'm doing, that's with the support group. I'm doing an event with Lupus Detroit on the 28th.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's July 14th, Fashion Frenzy with Kayla Wilburn. We look forward to seeing and hearing more from you. And is there actually anything else you'd like to share with us?
I also have a media company.
Well,
I don't want to bring it.
You got a lot going on.
Hey, I gotta stay busy, keep my mind off of being sick.
Of course, that's the way to do it because I actually have an autoimmune disorder too. I have it's with my liver disease.
Oh, wow.
So of course, so I'm dealing with that. I didn't have to think about it, but I'm just gonna bring it up. Since we're talking about because I also have sickle cell, so can't confuse the two. But then they kind of clash because the sickle cell affects the liver, and the liver, of course, produces and it affects the sickle cell. So, and of course, with the medications, a lot of medications, you notice, I don't know, I'm not about to spit percentages, but some medications are inflammatory, so they inflame the bones and the organs and whatnot. And I can't have that for my cells, and a lot of other medications affect your liver, so I can't have too many of them. So I understand the importance of being busy, so you won't think about being sick, Miss Kadira. Thank you very much.
Welcome, Mr.BB.
All right. Well, we thank you, Ms. Francine, for coming on with us. Again, go check her out at your website. Wow, got a lot of stuff going on here. At f-jdesigns.com and FrancineHouston.com. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, you said Francine Houston.
FrancineHouston.com?
Yep, Francine Houston.
To check out the book and F-J Designs. FHdesigns.com to check out her clothing line, and we look forward to. I'm actually gonna check that out as soon as the show ends because I might need some clothes. You do men's clothes too?
Yeah, I need to put more pictures of men clothes because I just got them on Instagram.
Okay.
I made like a vest for my brothers. Well, brothers. I made something for them.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to check those out. I need some vests and some shirts and all types of stuff. So we're gonna check you out, and we look forward to hearing more from you. Go to the Fashion Frenzy on July 14th. The Wilburn Fashion Frenzy.
Yeah, Kayla
All
Wilburn.
right. All right, Kayla Wilburn, Fashion Frenzy. And unfortunately, we're going to take a break, and then when we come back, the Quad Squad is going to give their final thoughts for today, but we thank you. We'll be right back. All right, we are back. We want to thank Ms. Francine Houston for coming on again. Go check out her book, Lupus Journey. I did not ask her where to purchase it, but I'm sure you can purchase it on her website, absolutely, FrancineHouston.com, as well as search for it on Amazon. Yes, thank you. And unfortunately, that is all the time we have today, so we thank you for joining us. We thank you for tuning in to Live in the D with Mr.BB. And we'll be back next week. But before we go, the Quad Squad will say their final thoughts. So we're going to start with Mr. Abdul.
See you next Thursday. And don't forget to work out and do your 30-day challenge.
All right, do your 30-day challenge and work out. Mr. Abdul's final thought. And lastly, we're going to talk to Miss Kadira.
You looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that, Mr.BB?
I was...
Okay. Well, we'll see you all next Thursday. Thank you for joining us.
Mm-hmm.
And be amazing.
Wow. Yes, go be amazing. As always, go out and be great, be amazing, be literate, be... be good. Just be. We hope everyone had a peaceful and safe holiday, and we will be back next week right here on Live in the D with Mr.BB. Bye-bye.
And the rest of the Quad Squad.
With Mr.BB and the rest of the Quad Squad. Goodbye.
It's live in the D with Mr.BB.
It's Live in the D with Mr.BB every Thursday at 9 a.m. right here on WVI 107.3 Radio We Can See.